Welcome to another part of Tony Hawk Pro Skater 2X. This time we're doing Philadelphia and the Bull Ring. Yes, we're going to complete story mode right now. Career mode, really. We have high scores. We have the Drain the Fountain, Collect the 5 bells, Blunt Slide the Awning, Lit Trick, 4 Skate Park Lips, the Tape, 100%, all that crap. Let's go. So, this level has a lot of fucking gaps. And it kind of changed some of the gaps a little bit. You might recognize a few of them already, like Funbox Wheelie, but you know, there was some gaps, I think, in other games, like even Pro Skater 2 itself, where there was some more harder ones, I guess. This one doesn't really have them. Remember, you had to manual all the way from, like, the stairs up to the fucking street area? You don't do that anymore, you just go over to the left. You'll see that gap soon. But right now, I'm just going around, just trying to remember how the fuck to do everything really well. And, yeah, it's been a while, hasn't it? But, yeah, for the most part, when it comes to this, ultimately, I just need to take care of the usual, alongside, you know, getting all the gaps, which I will be getting a lot of the gaps later on once we complete the goals, because many of these gaps are really out of the way, and we don't really have to worry about them too much. Like these three, which are all together. I didn't need to do them, but, you know, long stair, medium stair, and short stair, they're the ones we gotta get right now. At least I gotta get. Is it short stair or small stair? You gotta grind them from the very beginning, otherwise they won't actually count, by the way. It's very picky. A few of these gaps are picky. Short stair. So I was correct on all three. Oh my god, my memory is shit, and yet I remember that kind of crap. Really shows just, how cursed I am at this point when it comes to gaps, huh? Anyway, there are two gaps here, easy post ollie and post ollie. You know, you just do that one spot and you get both of them. You can get them in other ways, but that one consistently will get you them no matter what. Run up them stairs, you know, the very basic one there. And, yeah, I didn't really do any goals, did I? I just mainly just went around looking for gaps. Don't worry, we're gonna get some goals done real soon. But right now, I'm getting the Liberty Bell as well as completing the world's easiest gap, as well as chill on the balcony and drain the fountain. And then I get some money. There's a lot of money to get. We're gonna be getting a lot of it. The more expensive stuff will come out later on. There's stair set. Over here, we can go into the pool because it won't drown us. Yeah, 50 bucks because we drained the pool, drained the fountain. We can now be on here. So a few dollars there. There are a few more gaps on the fountain itself. For instance, Grind of Faith is one of them. Very nice. Another one, I think I have to grind pretty much onto the thing. But yeah, you can do it any way you want. Yeah, here we go. Fountain Ping, right into the middle. And then we got this bit where you grind this wire here after you get the money. And this money. It's an easy way to get it, but there you go. And it breaks. And it stops the bus, which is funny. Anyway, this is the skate park area. As you can see, there is a half pipe. There's a whole little skate park bit here. And there are a lot of $250 around here. So I obviously am going to get those. And I also got the high score too. Now, let's take care of some other shit. For instance, this gap here, which requires a good amount of time for just visiting. Then we're going to transfer all the way over to get that money. There's a manual one here, you'll see it eventually. It is picky of this one too. You gotta do it in a specific way or else it won't count. But yeah, there's a lot of cash around here. And we have to trick on 4 spots here to get 4 gaps, which also complete a challenge, a goal. So obviously I'll be getting all of that, but as you can see here, I'm just trying to remember where all the gaps were. Again, like, my memory is shit, but at the same time, I can remember some of the gaps. Like, you know, there's this one here where you can get the second most easiest gap in the world, where you grind that. Yeah, the second most obvious gap, sorry. And you jump across that spot to get the Planet's Little Pillar gap. And then when you get up here, you can get onto this side, in which you'll then find some cash as well as a rail. If you hit the rail specifically in a good spot, you can get a gap. But yeah, you can utilize the rail in order to get, like, you know, a lot of good grinds out of it and such. You can also utilize it to, you know, get across the entire thing if you want, but it's incredibly hard to pull it off and not really worth it. There's Philly Side Hop, which you just use the kicker to get over. And then there's also, again, the lip tricks out of the way. There's a mid-bowl lip and Philly Side. And then also the big bowl lip. And over here, you will get the new bowl lip and then the half-pipe lip. Yeah, the HP lip. So there you go. That is all of Philly Side. And, yeah, HP transfer as well. Now, I'm going to go ahead and get the money and the tape. Very easy stuff. Also, I reset the level so I didn't actually get to see the results. That's fine. Fly by wire by ground the entire thing there. And, yeah, then we come back to here, in which I basically try to do some more stuff, like the pillar fight. And then trying to get over here, in which we deal with the most bugged fucking spot in the game. So that happens. Anyway, moving on, we're going to take care of just, you know, all the skate letters next, like the S and the K, which, by the way, there's a gap thing there I have to get to, then the A and the T, and you can use this brass bit here to get the E. And next up, I go ahead and grab the cash up here because I forgot to do that. And now take care of the bells, like the Liberty Bell there, this one here, there's one over here, and I also get the, no, I don't get it yet. But I do get this bell and this bell to collect all 5 bells, and then I get the last cash. And with that, I then take care of, finally, the awning grind, in which I do a blunt slide on it to blunt slide the awning. And after that, I then just jump across these bits for statue hop, and then I basically just, you know, do a nice bit of dark sliding around here. You know, really trying to get the score at this point, because seriously, we need to get the score out of the way. The score ain't that big of a deal, obviously. As I got the pro score out of the way, and I'm nearly there to gain the 6th score out of the way as well, so pretty basic shit, honestly. The dark slide will always be one of my favorite tricks in these games, so of course I'm gonna fucking utilize it. Of course I'm gonna. Why wouldn't I? Anyway, now that's taken care of, I then take care of my stats, in which we can now max out completely. And now we have a lot of leftover cash to play with. I will take care of that later on. But right now, there are about 13 more gaps to go, so let's take care of this shit, shall we? And for the most part, a few of them are very easy. Other ones are kind of awkward, like this one, manual stimulation. Yeah, again, very picky. And there's also this one over here, which requires you to get a lot of speed up the small step set you go, and then you have to manual your ass all the way over to the other stair set. And if you pull it off, you will get Flatlands Tekken. And then over here, you want to just go ahead and do a little bit of these manuals here across these fucking stairs, rocking the stairs. You must do it over the stairs or it won't count. Then grind the spot here up to this grind here for the telephone code gap. Then you want to go ahead and fucking, what was this one again? Oh yeah, jump all the way down to the fountain for the TH2X fountain gap. There's another way to get the fountain gap. There's like a bit of a jump up to the grind there for the sign, but it doesn't exist anymore. Death from above. And then next up, grind this entire rail here from start to finish. Again, it's picky, but you will eventually get little corner grind. And then over here, grind this spot all the way through, and you will get hobo grind. Picky. Then you want to go ahead and grind this entire bit here in order to get, show it, train hard, because it's a train around here. Then you want to go ahead and utilize this grind here to grind down to the planter in order to get the telephone code gap. And then you want to do this weird grind over across this pillar for pillar hop. Then you want to take care of a very easy one. It's just the kicker down the grind here for fun bucks transfer. Now you want to take care of grinding this entire pillar here, and this entire planter here all the way to the other planter for planter transfer. And lastly, you want to go ahead and do a wall ride up into the grind, then onto the planter down below to get railing the planter. And that is every single gap in Philadelphia. So, that is the final normal level done when it comes to Tony Hawk 2. Now let's take care of the final competition, the Bull Ring in Mexico. Bull Ring is a fun one. I do genuinely enjoy dealing with the Bull Ring. There's a lot to work with, a lot of grind spots to utilize. a very fun intro where a plane just fucking kills itself every single time. Like, literally, you hear it fucking crash. I'm pretty sure the guy flying that fucking thing is dead. Anyway, there are a few gaps here, like nail in the rail and don't look down. And yeah, like, this is a great spot to get a fuck ton of combos and, you know, score and such. And yeah, it is mainly one of my favorite spots to go when it comes to the competition. And of course, you go over the bullshit, you'll be able to get the cash. Though be careful with the bull itself. You can jump on it to get the bull plant. But you don't want to fuck around because the hitbox is kind of weird. And obviously, the bull don't fuck around. And of course, we already know the bull makes his appearance a few times, you know, like in, not Pro Skater 4, Underground 2, where we unleash the bull by throwing fucking tomatoes at it, and then we have to do tricks off the bullshit, as well as skitching upon it, what have you. Not skitching, jumping upon it and get the bull plant. So, you know, there's a lot of fun memories when it comes to the bull. But for the most part, when it comes to getting the cash, it's mainly obvious, but at the same time, it's not that simple to actually get all the shit. Because some of them require you to gain some big drops going on. And yeah, a lot of height is required to get some of the stuff. And for the time you have, yeah, you kind of have to, you know, really do very well in order to make sure you're able to get the score as well as all the cash if you want to get it done in 3 runs. I have been able to pull it off. It ain't that easy. Also, way to go gringo, you just go over the entire loop. That's it. A very easy and kind 5,000 points every time. No skill required. Anyway, yeah. For the most part, this is our final competition, and once we've completed this one, that will be it for Pro Skater 2, in terms of, you know, the normal stuff. Obviously, there are 2 more Pro Skater 2 levels to come, and obviously we have more of 2X, where we have Pro Skater 1, and we also have the exclusive levels, but, for Pro Skater 2, this is usually where the ends is for many people. And, of course, I'm gonna get all the gaps. There are a few gaps here that are genuinely kind of awkward, not that fun, not that great, but I don't hate them. There are gaps that I'm gonna hate in 2X, that you will see. There are gaps I hate when it comes to developers like Shaba Games, who seem to have a reputation for having at least one douchebag gap when it comes to these fucking games. I also just really want the money, so I did restart the entire competition, because I was just like, I want the cash. I want the fucking cash. And so I got the fucking cash, as well as a few other gaps, like enjoying the view. And, yeah, you know, just swimming through the bullshit to get all the money and such. And eventually I'll come back and actually do the 3rd run proper. But, yeah, nothing else to it. I just mainly just go ahead and focus a lot on the cash so I can get it out of the way. Because, yeah, ultimately it kind of annoyed me. And yeah, this is now the 3rd run. I am now going to show you me actually pulling off the win proper. And, yeah. Now I'm actually concentrating on getting points, as you can tell. I can use specials, it's just certain specials are longer than others, so sometimes the risk ain't worth the reward if you're using certain ones. But, if you use special grinds across that shit, fuck me, does it really do a number when it comes to your score. It will intensify the shit out of it, and yeah, grind style really is a useful style to go for when it comes to fucking bullring. It is menacing how, like, useful the grinds are in this competition. It is insane. I love it. Anyway, that, ladies and gentlemen, is the final contest. We have gotten all 3 golds, which means I get some videos. But I also get Club London. I get the 2x career. Yeah, because they unlock the 2x career first before the Pro Skater 1 stuff. And then they show me the fucking credits. Which, I will show you the credits later on when we're actually done. We are not done. So I'm now going to go ahead and show some gaps. Like this one, where you jump over that spot for type gap. And then you have to do this weird fucking little transfer here about bailing for flat gap. Then you also have, this kicker up here in order to get launching on up. And you have, just a little bit of a grind spot going on. Jump off of this at a good time for finesse test. You can finesse test a few times. It's a nice little ring about area, to be fair. Not as great as the wires, though. Then, of course, you grind down here for the nice freaking ankles. Then, of course, you want to go ahead and do a big old transfer over the spot here for air turbo. And then, you want to go ahead and just get a nice kick grind up there for taking the high road. Just kidding, I get the last cash, which means I now get this. Spider-Man. Because, Neversoft did make a few Spider-Man games, I think. I think the Activision did have Spider-Man going on at the time. Ultimately, Spider-Man's here as a playable character. And it's really cool. And, for the most part, we get to see his bio. Given fantastic powers after being bitten by a radioactive spider, Peter Parker skates and fights crime as the Amazing Spider-Man. Spider-Man's strength, enhanced reflexes, wall crawling, and web slinging make him one of the most spectacular skateboarders around. And I'll be doing the film later on, but right now, here are some more gaps, like the big enchilada mama, and doing this kind of transfer over just to jump across for jumping the humps. Then I'm going to go ahead and do this little small transfer under it for Friend the Needle. Then you want to go ahead and grind this spot here, and then, on the end, grind leftwards onto the rail, in which you will get Punch Fest. Bit hard for me to see, there was a lot of text going on. And of course, there we go, I did the 540. Then, you jump off this box and grind this spot here for Box the Banana. Then afterwards, we're going to take care of just, really utilizing this kicker here to grind these two spots. The launch to banana, and the launch to rail. See? Got it right. I got it right. Anyway, next up, we want to go ahead and do this bigger transfer over for the rolling gap. Then you want to go ahead and jump across the loop in order to get launched in the pipe. Then you want to go ahead and then just, jump across this spot here for gate gap. And then you want to go ahead and grind these two spots here in order to get little wee wussy gap and grind in the pipe. After that, you want to go ahead and grind this entire spot there and grind the banana right at the end for ramp rail to banana. Then you want to go ahead and grind across this whole entire bit here in order to get the rail plat gap. Then you want to take care of grind the spot here and timing it just right to get the ramp rail to rail. Then you want to go forth and actually take care of this big jump here to a grind to get the kink. And then you want to go ahead and use the box here to get box to rail. And lastly, from doing all the gaps, we should work at Treyarch. Not really, but we got Trixie now. So now, that's all the gaps done. That's every normal Tony Hawk gap done. Tony Hawk Pro Skater 2, sans the bonus areas, the bonus levels. Which we haven't gotten, by the way. We have Trixie, though, who is supposed to be the hottie, obviously. Just an exclusive one in this game, too. Originally from the beach town of Santa Cruz, CA, hot-blooded firecracker Trixie is ready to prove she can do anything the boys can do but better. Whether she's bombing a stick wave or grinding a long handrail, Trixie's flair and noble style is as flamboyant and outrageous as her pink hair and tattoos. And yeah, great picture, huh? We got a lot of characters to go through, huh? Though we are missing someone, aren't we? We're missing the boy. But first, before I think about the fucking boy, as you can see, 2X shows something else. It is showing a competition, but it's also showing its own little thing that doesn't include the cash. We cannot get cash anymore. What we have is what we feel like. What we basically have to use. Which, luckily, for getting these boards out of the way won't be a problem. Which, by the way, you see there are stats here at the boards? We could have actually utilized this to get score in order to better our boards and even our stats. And I'll be utilizing that when it comes to 2X and such. But right now, I'm going to use this to buy all of the shit and show you all the board decks that a Created Skater has. Which, as you can see, it reaches up to $2,500 at the very end. Meaning we have $70,750 left, which is the remainder we can use to buy tricks. That's all we can do now. There's not even any costumes we can buy. We can only buy tricks. Which, they do get pretty expensive. You know, we can get an Impossible, which is always good. We can get a Body Veil, which is always epic. A 360 Shove It. Always enjoy the classics. But as you can see, we can get all the way to a Sow Flip, which is $1,750. But the specials are the worst, because they can go up to $20,000 with the 55 hose slide. Yes. That much money for fucking specials. I'm not gonna buy them. But what I am gonna do is I'm gonna go through every skater, because this guy will give us 80s Tony. First, I will show all of the boards off, because, you know, this is still the Tony Hawk Let's Play of Zindictus channel. We gotta show off all the boards eventually. We do enjoy the graphics of the board decks. I enjoy them a lot. We gotta keep them. But also, 80s Tony is a style. Tony usually has two styles, but the first style is now 80s Tony. Next up, though, we get the boy, Dick! That's right, Officer Dick is in the game, and here is our lad, everybody. Hell yeah! As a youth, Paul Richard Envy was deemed a poser by other skaters. Distraught and overtaken by the need for revenge, Dick vowed to someday become what those skaters feared most, the long arm of the law. Yep, with his little weird blushing shit, the Dick is here. But first, we gotta show off Bob's, you know, boards here. Which, by the way, turning is the thing where you, like, move the fucking wheels, where you crank the thing and you gotta make it looser or tighter. You know that thing. Anyway, here are Bob's clothes. Again, they all have two. And now all we get is cheats. So, obviously I'm going to show off the cheats. You know, their text. And I show off the boards. And initially I show off the costumes as well. But eventually I hold back until we take care of all of the boards and the cheats first. Because there is a lot to go for. Like, kid mode, you know, is citystars.com. I don't even know if citystars.com even exists still. Let me check, actually. Nope, it doesn't. It kind of leads to, like, a spam thing. Anyway, another cheat unlocked, and now we take care of a few more boards here with Flip and all that crap, you know. Good old Flip. Good old Gilbert. Glyphberg, I mean. But yeah. Then afterwards, we get the always special cheat. One of the fan favorites, because it gets rid of the need of having to grow up that special bar. Which means you can always spam the shit out of specials. And then, you know, some more stuff. A lot of these decks are, albeit, mid. But there are some good ones. Then we got the stud cheat. Which, you know, Flamebird, where he's putting the thing up his ass. I swear to God, it looks like that. It looks like that. They got the classic The End board. You know, we got all of these cartoony ones where you got this Daffy Duck fucking ripoff. Then you got Weight Cheat, which I guess makes you heavier. The opposite of low grav. You know, A-Team, Bunny Crest. A lot of A-Team going on here. But, you know, Mullen the boy is here. And also Dead Bunny is here. As well as Sexy Bunny. There's a weird bunny thing going on here. Wireframe Cheat is unlocked with Chad Muska, who has the Kamikaze. A lot of Kamikaze is going to show up. Like small, extra large, this kind of shit, medium. It's very basic. Then we got Slow-Mo Cheat, in which it'll give us, you know, slow-mo. And we got all this Executioner shit. More Birdhouse stuff, by the way. But a lot of the Grim Reaper, which is kind of a neat style, to be fair. As well as generic Birdhouse. And of course, then we have Big Head Cheat, which of course is the fun one. And of course, my favorite board so far, Popcat. alongside a few other good boards from Jeff here. I'm not gonna fuck up his name this time. But yeah, Popcat, still my fave. Sim mode is next, which by the way, I'm surprised no one has tried to do a 0 stat fucking run, considering Sim mode with half your stats. Even if you're at, like, number 1, or even 0. Imagine a minus 0.5, that'd be great. Anyway, Smooth Cheat is next, where we got the power, we got the wolves, we got the overspray, we got the 0 going on. And of course, after this, I start showing off all of their outfits. Because, you know, I gotta show them at the very least. But after we show them, of course, we have our unlockable characters so far. With Trixie, with Spider-Man, and of course, your boy, the Dick. So, obviously, we gotta show off what they unlock, as well as their boards, to finalize on this part before we work on the secret levels, which, again, how do you unlock them? How do you unlock the secret Tony Hawk Pro Skater 2 levels in Pro Skater 2X? You're about to find out. Because next up, I take care of Dick for the Moon Physics, baby. One of the fan favorites. And we get all of these very funny ones, like Dick's Wieners. Very good. And of course, DOA and Code Red. Oh, and Chester. Chester, I believe, being the picture of the president of Naughty Dog. Disco mode is next up with Trixie. And of course, she gets a sexier outfit. You know, Faster Pussycat, Heidi, Dandy. You know, a few more of the girly stuff. There are some neat stuff here, though. And, yeah, the last one, the Spitzman, the level flip. But because in every single skater, we get Crane Drop. We get Crane Drop. We also get Skate Heaven. And we also get Skate Heaven. I don't know why they did that, but they fucking did that. Anyway, here are all of Spider-Man's decks. You know, got Black Hat, Rhino, Webhead, you know, the nickname, Symbiotes, Mary Jane in an outfit, Venom, you know, the Spidey sense tingling, and of course, 38 years of Spidey at that time. Amazing. Also, Spider-Man has the most outfits, being 4. And that's it. That is all the characters. So now it's time for us to not yet go to 2X, but we're taking care of Crane Drop, and we're taking care of Skate Heaven. Once we're done with these, because they'll be big ones, then we can move on to 2X. But for now, thank you for watching. I'll see you all next time for the worst level and one of the best levels of Pro Skater 2. See you then.